Hi, I'm Trisha from Subconscious Food, and today I was inspired to share the 3 cultures of fear: aversion, unworthiness, and scarcity. If you're new to the channel, Subconscious Food's sole purpose is to empower you to live your most happy, fulfilled, and abundant life. We all know how powerful fear can be in our lives, and I did want to break down the different distinctions of fear that appears in our life as we go through and experience different things. Like with a lot of my videos, I love to provide the solutions so that you can start applying them in your own life and also recognize when someone else might need a helping hand too. Without further ado, let's get straight on to the video. Let's start with the fear culture of scarcity. The feeling that you don't have enough, you are scarce, you don't have enough time, enough resources, enough knowledge. You don't have something currently in order to fulfill what you wish to experience or do. So for example, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, you might feel as though there's just not enough time in the day to be able to achieve the things you want to achieve. If you have a family, you might feel as though there's not enough time for you to have a career and also have a successful, thriving family. You don't have enough time to commit to both of those things. And this scarcity mindset also shows up when we are trying to upskill ourselves, when we're trying to move up a level and try something new. We can feel as though there is such a strong sense of fear that we just aren't or don't have enough at this moment to be able to achieve what we want to achieve. Where does this show up for most people? It shows up when we work 16 to 18-hour days. We feel as though there's not enough time for us to be able to achieve what we want to achieve. We tell ourselves that if we don't do certain things won't come into fruition for us. If we don't overexert ourselves, then we won't experience something. If we don't push ourselves and work so hard instead of smart or efficiently, we won't be able to achieve what we want to achieve. This is a scarcity mindset. This isn't a mindset of abundance, of I am receiving an abundance of all that I need. I'm receiving an abundance of time to complete everything I need to complete. I am receiving an abundance of intelligence, divine intelligence, that allows me to move into flow state and experience all I want to experience now. The scarcity mindset, if you're experiencing one right now, don't be too hard on yourself. It's something that's so deeply rooted within our society. And I think some of this has been passed down from some of our ancestral lineage. You know, we live in a very, very special time where we are starting to realize how much we can create in this world. We're starting to move from a survivor mindset where we must do certain things to survive into that creation mindset. And some of the residue is naturally going to be left over where, you know, we feel as though if we don't survive, if we don't do all the things that we need to do in order to survive, we just won't make it. It's a very deep-rooted fear. The way that we can start to overcome this very strong, deep-rooted fear is by simply bringing awareness to what we are feeling. Why do we feel so scarce? And really ask ourselves that question: why has that come up for me? Why am I experiencing this feeling right now? Why am I having these thoughts? And then once we start incorporating new habits into the mix, that's when we can really feel ourselves transform. You know, I love to talk about this on this channel, and it's the same thing again. What story are we telling ourselves about ourselves? So what story is it that we are continually repeating to ourselves, consciously or unconsciously, that is telling us that we don't have enough of something? What story? Where's that story coming from? What new story can you write for yourself about yourself? By understanding how you're also supported by the universe. The universe has your back. It's all rigged. The universe has your back. We know that with the law of attraction, what you give is equal to what you receive. So if you're giving a lot of, I don't have this, I don't have that, the universe is going to go, okay, you don't have that. Here's more of the same. So understanding that you are supported by the universe will give you a great amount of reassurance that if you start to change the story you are telling yourself, you start to change the frequency that you're giving out to the universe, you'll start to see those shifts. You'll start to see that change in your reality. The way to shift out of the scarcity mindset is also to visualize. Do you even know what you want to? Do you even know the type of timelines you want to experience? Sometimes we can feel so overwhelmed from what we are experiencing that we forget that we need to have a clear visualization in place in order to work towards something. If we're always feeling as though we're not enough, we don't have enough, is that because you're not actually visualizing what you want? Do you know what you want? Do you know what will make you feel fulfilled? Let's move on to the culture of aversion. The fear culture of aversion tries to avert, tries to push away, tries to sweep under the rug feelings and emotions that we are going through. We need to feel as though this is not what we should be experiencing. This isn't right for us. Why is this happening to me? And some of the thoughts that I've noticed happen is, if I think about this, if I entertain this thought, then it might cripple me. It's such a strong fear that even just thinking or talking about something has really hit a sore point is actually going to be so debilitating, and you might fear that you'll lose your momentum, your drive, and the reason why you started this whole journey or wanted to experience this in the first place. Where is this seen? This is seen when people, for example, maybe, a business owner might launch a product and it doesn't do as well as they were expecting it to do. So they go through the emotions and the thoughts, this shouldn't be happening to me. They might feel as though I've put my heart and my soul into creating this product. Why is this happening? Sometimes what we can do is we can want to numb ourselves from feeling these emotions. So we might take on, drinking or other recreational activities that distract us and shift our focus away from what we actually want to be focusing on. What are the ways to overcome this? I think number one is just accepting the situation as it is. If it's a situation that you don't like and you're not enjoying, you're not having fun with, just accept it. Try and allow yourself to breathe into the emotion. The way that I do it is that I will ask myself the question, what am I feeling? I need to understand, I need to identify what this sinking feeling in my stomach is. What is that? What's going on inside of me? Once I understand what the feeling is I'm experiencing, I then try to understand why it's there. Where did you come from? What triggered you? What's making me so upset? What is making me feel this way? I start to breathe in that feeling. So I'll feel that feeling and I'll take a few deep breaths to almost anchor myself into that feeling. When we start to accept things as they are, we start to bring a level of awareness to them. They come back into the light. When before they were in the dark, we were shutting them out, we were shoving them under the carpet. When we accept them as they are, we put them back into the light. And when they're in the light, we can see what it is that we need to do in order to resolve the problem. Then you can start asking yourself the questions. What can I do creatively to resolve this? Start to bring that creative flow back into play. What will it take for me to experience a different timeline? Ask your subconscious when you're in meditation, what will it take for me to experience this? What will it take for me to shift this? What will it take for me to have a different result? And as we know, what we resist persists. Let's move on to the culture of unworthiness. I'm sure unworthiness is something you'll agree is a human epidemic. At one point of our lives or another, we've all felt as though we're just not good enough to experience or have something in our lives. Whether that was relationships, people that we didn't feel we were worthy enough of, whether it was our boss or the job we're in, where we didn't necessarily feel like we are even worthy enough to be there, to have that seat. It's that I'm not good enough just the way I am syndrome. It's that I am incomplete unless I do XYZ syndrome. I'll be fulfilled when I do this. It can show up for so many of us. If we fail at doing something, sometimes we can allow certain experiences we have to define our self-worth, and the way we can overcome it is by rewriting our belief systems about why we are enough. You're so whole and complete, you can accomplish anything you want to, especially the thing that you want to accomplish the most. The reason why this is important is because when we access the true nature of who we really are, we start to step into our greatness in all areas of our life, our relationships, our work, our career, our family duties. We're able to realize that we are enough and we can achieve anything that we want to. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been an honor and a pleasure sharing this information with you. If you have any questions, do comment down below. If not, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and with much love, namaste, bye.